Hi guys, before I begin, I want to say that if you're a fan of Genshin Impact, you might like my plushies on my Etsy store. I currently have Sucrose, Cleet and Kuching, and I also happen to have a Halloween range now of Sam from Trick or Treat, a zombie, and Frankenstein's monster. Check it out in the description below. Kokomi's voice actor restricts livestream after Genshin Impact fans harass her for the character's unpopularity. Are we doing this? Is this a thing that is happening? Now, if you don't know much about Genshin Impact news, the fans have recently been upset with the rewards that could be gained from the 1-year anniversary. I'll leave a link on a video by Belle on her gaming channel that explains the rewards and why they aren't so great. I can understand a lot of people are disappointed with these rewards. Other events have had far better rewards, Chinese New Year being the big one, and as a Chinese person, I can understand why. Traditionally in China, we don't celebrate Christmas or Halloween, and instead, the new lunar year is the big holiday for us, which is why those two westernized holidays didn't have any mention in-game and why the rewards for the Lunar New Year may be much better. It's why you could have a free choice of a 4-star character out of a selection, because it is the biggest holiday, and giving any better rewards in any other holidays or events may overshadow it, which could be disrespectful towards the Chinese holiday. But there have been other events aside from the Chinese New Year that have yielded much better rewards than the anniversary event. So something's not quite adding up. So how exactly does Kokomi factor into this? Well, her banner actually coincided with the anniversary date of Genshin Impact. Her banner was released on the 21st of September, whereas the anniversary date is the 28th.
My birthday is the 29th of September. I'm not asking for anything. I'm just saying.
And because of the really bad rewards from the anniversary event, Kokomi has somewhat flopped. I'm led to believe it's because of the anniversary event rewards and the backlash from it, because Kokomi is by no means a bad character. In the tier ranking lists I've seen, she's ranked A. So she's not an SS or S character, but is by no means an amber ranked character. Her design is unique and quirky and completely fits her character. Her character is fine, there's nothing wrong with Kokomi. Her voice acting I've also had no problems with in English or Chinese. I don't find anything to be wrong with her in regards to aesthetics or gameplay. So this is the only explanation I have, and now the voice actor is suffering because of fans and their entitlement. As mentioned at the beginning of this video, Kokomi's Chinese voice actor 鬼你敢不客气我的中文不好 had to restrict the chat in her live stream because of the negativity. And this isn't the first time it's happened. During a 2.1 live event hosted by Zach Aguilar, who is the English voice actor for Ether, the chat was criticizing the voice actors for forcing excitement and lacking insightful takes on the event. So much so that he actually tweeted how frustrated he was after the livestream towards those who were consistently criticizing them and harassing them for these things and more. Like, the excitement was forced. Okay, there's one of two possibilities here. Number one, maybe they were actually excited to host a live event for a game in which they play characters in. Maybe. Or two, they are there to be happy and excited, and they are actors. Believe it or not, it's meant to be a happy place. What, you want them to sit there and stare blankly at the screen and be uninterested? You want them to be just so bored of the reveal and completely disengaged from the live stream? What? Voice actors get a hell of a lot of unwarranted harassment based on simply doing their jobs, whether it be in anime or gaming, it falls back on them. But remember,
They didn't They didn't make the thing, they just voiced the thing.
For example, let's look back on The Last of Us Part 2 and Laura Bailey's unwarranted harassment for playing a character. And may I just say, how dare you? How dare you treat Jaina Proudmoore with such hostility and disrespect? Yes, while you are paying customers for a product, whether that be a game or for an anime, where you've subscribed to a service for it or you've bought the DVD, there are people you can go to make valid complaints about those things that actually have something to do with them. For example, if you have a problem with animation, you can go to the animation department. If you have a problem with a character design, that is up to the character designing department. If you have a problem with stories and quests and gacha mechanics, you can go to those specific places to complain. And overall, you can complain to the company themselves, mihoyo in this case. It is unfair and unwarranted to harass anybody. Even if you're going to the correct place, don't make threats against people, don't spam them, that's not going to help anything whatsoever. If you have a valid complaint or a concern, you can tell the right people that in a mature adult way. And if you're constantly tweeting or spamming live chats with how much money you've put into this game and how you want this and this to happen to this and this person, the most nasty things, maybe you aren't mature enough to have that money. Maybe you aren't ready as an adult to spend that money. Perhaps you need to go back and look deep inside yourself and think, is this the best way to get my point across? Because I'm not too pleased with the anniversary event rewards either. What I'm not doing is going to the voice actors and completely tearing them a new one for something they weren't involved in, and how I'm not even tweeting at mihoyo themselves nasty and vile things, because that is not going to solve anything. It creates a toxic environment, and it actually limits the communication that you wish you had with them to let them know what you want. You can always walk away from this game, and I know it's hard because a lot of people love this game and they feel really disappointed, but you can walk away from the game. It will not ruin your life if you choose to stop supporting mihoyo, if you choose to stop playing the game. That is your choice and your prerogative. What you don't have to do is drag other people through the mud in order to air out your grievances. You can deactivate your account, you can delete the app. It's fine. That is a valid choice for you to make. If you feel that mihoyo in this case is not going to listen to your concerns and not treat you like a proper paying customer, you can leave, and that's fine. I understand that. What is not acceptable is harassment, especially towards people who had nothing to do with it. Alright guys, that's all I have time for today. I hope you are having a lovely day and that you enjoyed this video, despite how ranty it was. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.